Christian Lindo, as I erroneously named him last week, is leading the points by 4 over Josh Klog, and defending champion Luke Kraus sits in third with 24 points. You'll notice that red plate on the graphic for Christian Lindo, as we will see him all day long. Trying to make it 2 wins in a row. That will give us 10 laps, 12 cars, and 2 jokers for this second round. Before we get rolling, if chat can tell us if the audio levels are doing okay. And once again, it's a little bit of a disaster here in the production front. I have to do 3 things at once.
We've had worse. We've had a lot worse. So we're going pretty good, I think. In my small tracks like that, 7/10 is a ton. Although Luke Kraus did not throw it on a lap time, so I don't know if that's gonna play into anything as we are into qualifying.
Yeah, we're gonna have Jacob Rafos, Robbie Larill, Sabian Ragster, Kieran Forrest, Bodie Cryer, Drake Burgoon, David Bush, Trevor Teal, Nick Simone, Daniel Aish for our first heat race here in Norway.
I saw Drake.
Green flag for heat 1. Rafos down to turn 1, takes the spot, but Ragster's gonna joker, 1 on the wall, it's Cryer. And it looks like Burgoon in the 415. But Rafos will lead us ahead of Larill, Forrest, Bush, Aish, Teal, Simone, Ragster, Burgoon, and Cryer. Cryer hit the wall on the entrance to the joker there. Rafos leads at the end of the first lap. 2.5 ahead of Robbie Larill, Kieran Forrest 2.1, Daniel Aish 3.05, and David Bush 3.8 behind them. And we'll take a look here from high above, see if we can find everyone scattered about. It's Rafos!
Gets really crossed up there.
Those curbs are very hard to get right, and clearly that is evidence, as that curb has hit me before in the past when I raced here as well.
As Mr. Practice closed up, Robbie, he closed right up on that mistake.
Robbie Larill, who practices at 3 in the morning, or random times. Cross flags for Rafos. He leads at 9/10 of a second ahead of Robbie Larill. And it looks as though we won't be getting Nate Ramsey tonight due to technical issues, says DRG. As this is the battle for the transfer spot. Larill off the road. We'll see on the white flag if Rafos, what a drift. That kid, crazy fast, crazy good. He'll exit the joker here in the 13, miles ahead of Sabian Rag, who sits in second. As we get ready for heat number 2, Luke Kraus, Jacob Harberts, Magnus Okenhaug, David Schofield, Jason Hook, Andrew Howell, Parker Fleming, Russell Peterson, and Chad Irvine. As we get ready for another heat race here in Norway. Green flag off the line. Kraus gets a good jump ahead of Harberts. Down to turn number 1. Who will take the joker on the first opportunity? That's one of the Spark cars. It's Okenhaug. Exits the joker in the 6th position, as half the field did not joker there. As we have Luke Kraus in car number 1, leading ahead of Jacob Harberts, ahead of David Schofield, Parker Fleming, Russell Peterson, Magnus Okenhaug in the 26, Jason Hook. Side by side here, Okenhaug with Jason Hook. Okenhaug clears the Australian in the 137.
I want to throw another friendly reminder out there. Our P3 driver, David Schofield, I think he's looking for a little bit of redemption compared to from last season.
As I completely forgot about that until right now. Schofield, infamously, I mention this every single week, had connection issues last season at this track, literally 30 feet from the start-finish line. I'd say
right here.
Right here is where his connection decided to die, and he lost a transfer spot. He was a privateer for last season. Good to see him signed onto Spark LLM, the 2-time defending Constructors champions in the Simracer Coin NASA Rallycross Challenge. Let's talk about some cars getting ready to go here in Heat 3. Hartley got a better start the first phase than Lindo, going down to turn 1. Former champion trying to take the fight. Clog to the Joker, Kingsbury to the Joker, and it looked like that was James Watson to the Joker as well. So 3 cars out of the 8 taking it to the Joker. I thought Hartley was going to be able to clear Lindo in turn 1, Cody, but he couldn't get it done. Championship leader out in front here into turn 3. Hartley dives it in, and the former champion does not want to be messed with. He takes the lead ahead of the championship leader, and Matt Kingsbury bowls his way through. And we know Kingsbury knows a thing or two about being aggressive. Hartley runs it wide, exiting the dirt, and Kingsbury gets turned in the final corner. Where's Hartley?
A little bit of
connection issue. Okay, nope, there we go.
We're all good. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Hartley holds the lead ahead of Lindo. Sorry. What a bold move from the former champion in 2020A, winning that championship and showing still that he has the skill needed to stay ahead of the field and of the competition. Thank you for joining us here. We are in Heat 3 of the Sim Racer Coin NASA Rallycross Challenge. Hell's Furies by DF Auto Care. It's Josh Mertz and Cody Erdman in the commentary box.
Ooh.
As Lindo peeked in there, Cody, but he couldn't get it done.
Yeah, he was peeking. He looked, see if he could kind of shove him out a tiny bit, but did not happen, so now a little bit of a gap. And Ray Kingsbury did get around Josh Clog and seems to be pretty quick. He almost seems like he's chasing these two down, so let's see when they joker what happens. Ray may be in the mix because he did take that joker on lap 1, so with him doing that, that's really going to help him as Lindo here jokers.
Lindo jokers, but it does not affect him. Where's Hartley? Hartley now.
Lindo goes wide though.
As right as when I go off focus of him, Kingsbury in the transfer, sniffing a transfer spot, but Lindo's his teammate, so I don't know if Kingsbury's going to race him as hard as he normally would. Rallycross Challenge. Hartley will exit the Joker ahead of Lindo. No contest there, but we're going to focus here, Cody, on the transfer spot. Ray Kingsbury trying to get to Christian Lindo.
And Clog was able to catch right back up too, so we got 4 cars on the blanket here for 2 transfer spots.
Ray Kingsbury, Josh Clog, Justin Robichaux, as we take a look through the field here. But one guy that likes this is Matt Hartley. Lindo's trying so hard, but he's not going to get it done. Hartley wins Heat 3 ahead of Lindo, the championship leader. Kingsbury, Clog, Robichaux, Watson, Aldrich, and Kingsbury, the remaining order, will go to the semifinals. This is going to be a brawl into turn 1, Cody.
Yeah, this is going to be crazy because we got 2 jokers and top 3 make it, so they're all going to want to.
Green flag.
Green flag. What a start from Cryer in the middle. They're 6 wide going down to turn 1. Kingsbury takes the Joker on the first opportunity. So does Okenhaug. So does, I think, in second still, Victor Aldrich ahead of Magnus Okenhaug. Not for long as the Norwegian has dispatched of the Volkswagen. On Nitro Circus Twitch, powered by the Automotive Sports Network. Jokering is Okenhaug in the 26. We take a look at Kingsbury and Robichaux. As 1 car jokering behind them, it was David Bush. Howell gets by Bush. And the Sports Car Challenge AM-Class champion from last season trying his hand here at Rallycross.
So now Cryer will take over the lead.
Let's see. There's Okenhaug. Okenhaug is in the 3rd position, so we'll see the delta begin to rotate. Cryer and Okenhaug battling. This is for the transfer, or for one of the transfers, I should say.
As Cryer still has to take 1 more joker, and Ray isn't that far behind.
L'Oreal's
so
got lap traffic. I thought I'd never say this, but blue flags are hindering him. He takes to the Joker with 2 laps to go. That's going to put Magnus to the race lead. L'Oreal is going to lose the lead, but Okenhaug has to get past the lap cars of Irvine and Simone, the 2 Volkswagens. Blue flags in Rallycross, Cody. I never have seen this.
Well, when we stuff 12 cars on this track, I think we're bound and determined to have it a little bit.
As Nick Simone spins in front of the leaders in the final corner, he saves it. White flag for Okenhaug. Cryer in second.
He has the joker here.
It's such an interesting race of strategy. Magnus Okenhaug looks like he will sneak this heat win, or sorry, semifinal win, away from Cryer and L'Oreal, who had a great start. Magnus transfers, L'Oreal transfers, Kingsbury's last man standing as round 198 of the championship overall in the 2nd round of the 24th season of the Sim Racer Coin NASA Rallycross Challenge, and we get ready for 10 laps in Norway. And this turn 1, going to be incredible. We go green in Norway. Kraus misses the start. It's Hartley and Rafos down to turn number 1. Harbert's into the Joker. Lindo into the Joker as well. We'll see the rotation here on the first lap. We had one of the DF cars take to the Joker as Rafos gets nudged by Hartley in the 48. Savian Ragster is your leader. I'm getting crossed up, but Luke Kraus is in second, Hartley third, Ogenhaug fourth, and Jacob Rafos went from the lead to fifth. I think he got shoved out wide in that corner there at the end of the first lap. Side by side, this is Lindo with, I think that is Daniel Aish. In the inside goes Rafos on Hartley, and there's one guy you don't want to mess with, and it's Matt Hartley in the 48. We've seen him create incredible moves, and he does not care who he takes out in the process, and I say that with love.
Clog has one down, and Hartley has one down as he jokered.
Rafos in the 13. On the rear wing, a Savian Ragster in the Volkswagen. As we take lap 5, we got 1 lap until crossed flags. Ragster defends on the inside of Rafos. Rafos forces his way through. Ragster undercuts, and he turns the 13 because there's one thing you don't want to do, and it's crash into Savian Ragster. We know how aggressive he is as he keeps the lead ahead of Magnus Okenhaug now, and Jacob Rafos in third.
As Harbert and Lindo has also had their strategies completed. So those are 3 guys so far that have completed their strategies when it comes to jokers here.
Savian Ragster, 1.3 is the gap between him and Okenhaug. He jokers in the 91, so does Okenhaug. Where is Luke Kraus? There he is, so our defending champion, like we've mentioned, in the catbird seat here. With a lap and a half to go, Ragster has to joker. Okenhaug, I think, has to joker. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Cody. We might be seeing Luke Kraus sneak this victory away.
As like all these cars are under a blanket as Magnus sitting in P2 and Luke Kraus is gone.
Final corner, Luke Kraus is going to survive the calamity in Norway and take his second victory of his career. Defending champion trying to get back on top. Magnus Okenhaug in second. What is going on for third? 3 wide at the line, and it's Lindo, I think. 3 wide photo finish for third. What is going on?
Lindo is sideways at the front of those 2. That was an incredible finish for third.
We're going to bring in Magnus Okenhaug for an interview. Either one of you gentlemen could handle this, but I just want to ask Magnus, before they take over, what the hell happened? That race was crazy.
Yes, I have no idea myself. Like, my only objective was to keep it clean on lap 1, and if I stayed in like a fast pack, like a top 4 after lap 1, I was gonna delay the Joker lap to the very last 2 laps because I knew something was gonna happen back in the field. And me and Savian just ran our laps and took our jokers last 2 laps, and I saw him spinning, and then I was like, okay, that's not the spot. But like, I didn't expect at all to get a podium tonight after having a horrible heat, and then I had a decent LCQ, but like, I didn't think my pace was good enough to get a podium, and I'm very happy. It has been a long time since I stood on the podium last time.
Were you looking back, because I know you said that you kind of, once you got through the first lap, you kind of had your idea of the strategy. Were you looking back in your mirror at all, seeing Luke Kraus kind of come through the field, knowing that he didn't take his joker? Or that I'm misspoken there, that he had his jokers completed?
I didn't really look in my mirrors that much. I was just focusing ahead, but like, I had like small glimpses on the relatives on the bottom right to get like an indicator where he was on the track. But I was more like concentrated about what's happening behind Luke Kraus, because when I saw the gap was too tiny to be able to answer his joker strategy, then I was like just focused on, just kept my head down and then see what happens when all the jokers are played out. Because I was so scared, like if you have won, or like none of your dark laps completed, and then you are so scared about having like rejoining back in traffic. So I tried to avoid that traffic to the very last second, and it worked out perfectly.
Yeah, as we can, you probably had one of the best strategies of the night so far. So, congratulations on getting your podium this season, the first one of hopefully many for you. And with that being said, who would you like to thank to get you there?
I would like to thank Spark for having me on. They are an amazing team. We get along very well, and I would also thank KS for the opportunity they give me to let me have their sponsor on their car and some extra advice like driver advice and etc. So I would like to thank both Spark and KS Industries.
Well, congratulations on your second place finish, and we will wish you the best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
That's Magnus Hog, your second place finisher here in Hell for tonight's race. And we've got one final interview here as Christian Lindo joins us here in the booth. Christian, fantastic race from you. How does it feel to get that podium after last week's result as well?
It feels really great, but it was really hard to get that podium because all the traffic in front of me.
What were your thoughts? What was going through your head? You came out of that last corner and were sideways across the nose of two race cars.
I was thinking it was one more lap, and then I got spin around about Jacob, so I was not so happy, but when I see the checkered flag, I was more happy.
And you said that last week when we talked to you after last week's race, you said you weren't a big fan of this track. You got the podium. Does that kind of change your feelings on it?
Yeah, kind of. It's a hard track to pass on, so if you're gonna pass, you need to think smart. So, yeah. I don't know. So.
Yeah, I mean, two races into this season, and it's been fun to watch. Brands Hatch next week. Do you like that track a little bit better?
Yeah, I'm not gonna drive more about this season because high school is starting, so this was my last race this season, I think.
Oh,
So it's kind of sad.
Yeah, that's unfortunate to hear, but hey, you put in two great performances to start the season anyway, so congratulations there. And so as we wrap things up here, any sponsors or any shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah, I would thanks my team and Spark team for helping me with setups and my sponsor.
Well, hey, congratulations on third place finish, and maybe we'll see you here for a couple rounds here and there, but best of luck with school starting back up.
Thank you.
That's Christian Lindo, your third place finisher here today.